Xylia and #39's throat tightened as she locked her eyes on Tessa. Her voice was barely there. Why is that pendant on you? Tessa froze for a second, then instinctively clutched it in her palm.
Echo, au 10, Connor gave it to me.
Why? Her tone sounded perfectly casual, but to Xylia it cut like glass. You knew how much this pendant meant to me. She turned toward Connor, her voice raw. Before I went to prison, I handed it to you myself. Xylia had trusted Connor with it because she was terrified something would happen to it behind bars. That pendant was worth a lot, and more than that, it was irreplaceable. In her head, she couldn't and #39, wrap it up. And #39, he actually gave it away to Tessa? And #39, Connor frowned, shot her a flat look and said calmly, it and #39's just a pendant, Xylia. You used to not be this unreasonable. Xylia felt ice crawl through her chest. She thought, and #39, just a pendant? He knows it was Grandma and #39's. And #39, Xylia remembered that winter when a snowstorm hit. The chain had snapped, and the pendant fell into the drifts. She and #39 spent the whole night on her knees, digging through the snow till her hands split and bled. Connor had seen it all. And now he said, it and #39's just a pendant. Xylia dropped her head, her voice shaking. It and #39's the only thing Grandma left me. Oh that and #39's it. Tessa let out a laugh, grinning like she and #39 said something clever. Dawn and #39 take this the wrong way, but you and #39 not even a real Schultz. Grandma was my grandma. I miss her sometimes, so of course I and #39 want to hold on to something of hers. Xylia and #39's eyes went cold. Didn't and #39 you already get her inheritance? This pendant was the one thing she gave me herself. Laurel had said, you may not be mine by blood, but you and #39 mine by heart. She had handed over the pendant as if it were a promise. The inheritance, the pendant, everything had been meant for her. And in the end, Tessa had taken the inheritance. Connor had told her not to fight, so she and #39 walked away with just the pendant. Now Tessa had that too.
Echo, comment, dont est 10-39, des mecs à scène.
I and #39 LL buy you another one, Connor muttered, his brow furrowing tighter. His voice carried no warmth.
Echo, Tessa et 10-39, est sursisté.
And Laurel was her grandma to begin with. It and #39's just a necklace. Why are you being so petty about it? His words hollowed Xylia out. Her body shook, her voice trembling.
Echo, I juste want what belong to me.
How does that make me petty? Mom, that and #39's jealousy talking. Sonny piped up frowning. That and #39's not cool. Whenever it and #39's about Tessa, you and #39 always out to get her. And in his head he added, and #39, Mom was always so harsh with me. But Tessa? She was the one sneaking me treats, letting me have fun. Tessa said it was about being free. And #39, but whenever Mom caught her taking me along, she blew up. That and #39's jealousy.
Idon et 10-39, te get it.
What and #39's so wrong about wanting to be free? And #39, he kept going, his little voice sharp as knives. Dad, and I get it. You came out of prison hurt and insecure. But that doesn't and #39 mean you should take it out on Tessa. Being disabled ISN and #39 the problem.
The problem is when you're at 10-39, est all twisted.
You should really drop the grudge and learn from Tessa what kindness looks like. His childish words hit like blades, stabbing into Xylia until she almost felt herself bleeding inside. She and #39 always known Sonny liked Tessa. But watching the guys who had wrecked her life stand there on some moral high ground felt like the cruelest.
Download CC Search FGK 00082. Watch the follow-up.